Bien voilà, donc c'est Opinion, votre programme bien sûr dans Passion TV Opinion avec moi-même, Ponty l'homme, avec cette grande équipe qui est venue bien sûr pour travailler un peu, pour enquêter concernant un certain nombre de sujets qui concernent les sociétés bien sûr, que ce soit les sociétés afro-francophones, que ce soit les sociétés bien sûr anglo-saxonnes. Alors voilà, donc je disais, voilà, donc nous sommes venus aujourd'hui pour parler un peu du mariage. What do you think about marriage? What about your opinion about marriage? We going to see on what happened on that was in Camden Town. Ce qui s'est passé exactement à Camden Town. Vous allez voir Mireille Star et bien sûr à savoir Rachel Mboyo qui ont eu la chance bien sûr d'interviewer certaines personnes qui ont su bien sûr intervenir, donner leur point de vue, leur opinion concernant le mariage. Suivez ces images. My name is Ponty. We're still talking about marriage, okay? What's your name again?
Hi, I'm Sherelle.
Oh, sure, nice to meet you then. That's Passion TV and you are an opinion program right now. So, what do you think about marriage?
I think marriage is good, you know. I think it's something that God wants us to do, for us to not to be alone.
Okay, Cass, what do you think about marriage in general? Is it a good thing or a bad thing?
It's the good thing, but sometimes can be the bad things.
Bon, le mariage c'est une union entre deux personnes qui s'aiment quoi.
Hello, my name is Ponty. We are talking about marriage. What do you think about marriage?
Oh God, what do I think about marriage? Well, it's a commitment between two people, and you don't really need a piece of paper if you're dedicated to each other. And you, I mean, me and my partner have been together over 30 years, and we're not married.
Oh, right.
Okay.
I just don't want to talk about marriage.
You don't marry?
No.
You don't like marriage?
I do like marriage. I do want to get married, but not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
When do you
find the right man?
So you're waiting about the right man, and then you're gonna get.
If he exists, then yeah.
Do you think it exists some?
No. I think my expectations are too high. That's why.
Still looking to be married. If the right partner come along.
So you're still waiting about the right partner?
Not really waiting, you know, but my eyes are open. In other words,
Right.
yeah. So if I see somebody that I know we could be a partner, you know, live together, work together, and be a team, you know, then why not?
No.
I think it's good, yeah. Two people become one, yeah, it's good, yeah.
Okay. Ashumisha, I know you're very, very busy right now, okay? So we're still in Lewisham, isn't it?
We are, yeah, Lewisham.
Okay. What do you think about marriage?
Not a lot.
Okay.
Married to what?
Marriage is marriage.
To a woman?
Yeah, to a woman, yeah.
Well, it's alright if you like that sort of.
I'm not talking about marriage man to man. Come on. I'm talking about marriage man to woman. Only for today, mate.
It depends on the people.
Okay.
The way I look at it, me and my wife, we work together. We're partners, and that's it.
Marriage is a very good thing. It helps develop young men, young women. They grow up, they mature into well-beings. You learn how to look after a child, like I'm now doing. You learn things that you never used to learn. As a man, me as a man, I've learned a lot of what women do, which I never used to do when I was in Africa. But now here, the culture is that you work hard, look after the kids, so it develops you into a mother or your father. So it helps build up your skills with the children.
Well, I think it's okay for some people, whereas it's not, you know, it depends obviously where you come from. Me being African, I sort of believe in it, but at the same time I have actually been in relationships where I've lived with people. So it's not necessarily right, because you could get married to somebody today and then 2 days later, you know, find out that he's not the right person. So saying that, I'm probably contradicting myself right now, but well, I suppose I don't believe in marriage.
Don't believe in marriage?
No, I don't. But because I'm African, I suppose I have to, because I know, you know, obviously being African, society and our culture or tradition expects us to get married. But apart from that, personally, I don't. My mom's going to kill me, but no, I don't.
I do believe in marriage, but I still don't know why too many blacks don't like to be involved in such a subject. And can you tell me why?
You know, I don't want to get married. I don't want to get married. No.
You don't want to get married?
I don't know.
Why not?
I think it's just too much commitment. You know, getting married. It's all the hassle afterwards. You know, I feel that nothing never lasts.
Do you believe in marriage?
Oh yes, yes, definitely. And And I want to say they shouldn't allow man and man to get married, right? They need to talk about the house of the Bible in the House of Parliament. God did made Adam and Eve and not Adam and Steve, right?
Marriage? Well, depends who you're getting married to. Because I'm engaged how it is. I'm engaged how it is, yeah. But I'm engaged to my girlfriend, who I dearly love, though. But then certain people may not see marriage as that way. Like certain people just see like boyfriend and girlfriend, and that's how they see it. You get me? But me, it's like if they want to carry a future, like have a kids and all that, then be married, innit?
So my name is PONTY. That's Passion TV, and our program is Opinion. Okay. What's your name again?
Kim.
Kim, nice to meet you. What about your brother?
Steve.
Hey, Steve, how's it going?
Alright, mate, not bad.
Yeah, that's alright. So, we're talking about marriage. What do you think about marriage?
I don't believe in getting married.
Oh, right.
Because it just seems that so many people I know seem to get married, and after they've been married, they split up. Oh. So it looks like they can stay in a relationship for 13 years, end up getting married, within 6 to 8 weeks they're divorced.
Right.
That's what happened to him anyway.
Oh. Hey, Steve, what happened? Tell me, what happened?
My first marriage, just didn't get on. The clash of personalities, I suppose. I was too young.
Marriage is a good thing because I've been married for nearly 18 years now.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah, so I think everybody should get married anyway. That's what I think. Settle with your husband at home so the children can grow up and be better people. That's what I think.
I think it's a great tradition. I think in the eyes of the Lord, I think it shows commitment. And I believe in it wholeheartedly. Yeah.
Not necessarily. I feel that you can be committed to one person without actually, you know, committing yourself through getting married. So.
About marriage, what do you think about marriage?
Marriage? Yeah. It's all right. I've been married 43 years.
Okay. That's good. Because a lot of people, they don't believe in marriage.
They don't believe in marriage, no. Yeah. But then that's why a lot of them break up too soon, too early. Okay. They don't work at it. There's no bond there, you know. Yeah. Easy come, easy go. They just live with each other, right. have their differences of opinion and go their own separate ways.
Je pense en fait que dans nos sociétés, que ce soit en Europe ou en Afrique, tout le monde se sent sous la pression de se marier. Et je pense qu'en général, les gens, les amis comme les femmes, devraient prendre le temps de bien réfléchir si eux-mêmes, en dehors de la pression de la société, si eux-mêmes ils veulent vraiment se marier. Parce que le mariage, c'est pas pour un jour, c'est pas pour 2 jours, c'est censé être pour la vie. Donc je pense que les gens devraient attendre à ce qu'ils soient sûrs d'eux-mêmes, que ce soit leur propre volonté et leur propre désir.
We are talking about marriage. Do you believe in marriage?
We believe, yeah.
Okay. Where are you coming from?
We are from Afghanistan.
I think marriage is an institution which was designed by God. It is a fabric of our society which strengthens our society.
Oui, j'aime beaucoup le mariage.
Pourquoi vous aimez les mariages?
Parce que ça rend la vie des gens vraiment formidable et tout. Et vraiment, ça rend une femme responsable et digne d'elle-même.
Some people just like to get married for the dresses. Some people like to get married to be married. Okay. And then there's people like me that don't do it because they believe that I've been with my partner 14 years. Right. If I married him, I'd probably kill him or divorce him. Okay. That's always what happens.
Okay, some say that women in Africa are more tolerant of their husbands and they do what their husbands tell them to do. And right here in Europe, well, they don't really listen and they've got a mind of their own. Do you believe that that's true?
The only reason why it could be true is because here in Europe, there's right of speech, women have more rights. So if they leave their husband, there's more likely to be many other men out there. But if you're back home and you leave your husband, nobody else is going to want you because of culture and everything. So you have to tolerate more back there than here.
Well, that happens if you cannot have established good communication with your wife. It's all about communication, understanding each other, being together in the hard and the good time.
I think it's basically, once we move to a Western climate, all our cultural values basically gets swept under the carpet. Why that is because of, you know, the environment that we succumb to live in when we visit another country, and we tend to transmigrate, you know. I feel it is bad because, you know, it doesn't refer to the Bible that, you know, a woman and a man should both, you know, if I could put it in simple terms, it's like two people wearing trousers, or like two captains trying to steer the ship. You see, so I definitely feel that we should refer back to the Bible, where it absolutely states that, you know, the woman should be submissive to her man.
I believe because it's something happened to me.
It's something that happened to you? Yeah. What happened? You want to talk to us about it?
Yeah. I used to have my woman in Africa. When I brought her to Europe, and was another thing, but because she never listened to me.
Yeah, I think so.
Why do you think so?
Oh, because it's like back home, we've got a structure. Actually, the marriage is a structure that everyone we believe in, you see. So all the time, the women respect the husband, and then the thing it goes on, you see, something like that.
Bon, je pense que si justement les femmes en Afrique avaient les mêmes opportunités, les mêmes chances, elles aussi elles ne toléreront pas les caprices des hommes, comme tu le dis. Je pense que personne ne devrait tolérer ça. Si les femmes elles-mêmes elles font pas de caprices, je ne vois pas pourquoi les hommes eux ils feront des caprices, et que les femmes devraient tolérer ça. Je pense que moi je suis pour l'égalité entre hommes et femmes en fait, franchement.
She won't do it. She just, the English law is just like if you was to meet a woman back home, she would have more respect for you. Here. It's not happening.
Why do you think that is?
Because women they just feel liberated. I mean, I'm not saying that it's, you know, if you went back home that a woman, she doesn't want to do something, she doesn't have to do it. But in London, especially England, no, if she doesn't want to do it, she don't want to do it. This is just how it is.
Unfortunately, yes, and not because I don't believe that it's totally the black women's fault. I feel that the black men tend to forget their duties, in the sense that they feel they mistreat the black women, right? They abuse them in the sense that feel that they're there and they could use them the way they want them to be used, and hence the black women are turning away from what they were taught traditionally.
Hi Sylvia. Hi. Today we're talking to people about marriage and how it's lost its values in Europe and the Western world basically. Do you believe that marriage has lost its values?
Totally, especially in Europe, because you have all these cosmetic things to think about, like your figure, your weight, fashion, and the celebrities in this world. If you look up to them, then the values of marriage is no longer there. But if it's like back in Africa, where we all originated from, the values are still there because you don't have time to think about the little things like that, so you concentrate more on your partner.
Yeah, in Europe the value of marriage is down, it's down. Yeah, I think it's lost totally.
Lacks the value in there. Yeah, the new generation, they're not really into marriage.
Okay.
You know, I don't think it's not really a concentrated thing right nowadays. It's not a valid thing now for the youngsters. They don't see as married. I can't see the young generation getting married now. Okay. Everybody's independent. They think it's too much of a commitment.
Oh, right.
You know what I'm saying? Them values have gone out the window now, you know.
Yeah, I agree. I think they have lost a lot of value, but I think it's a lot to do with the men, because the men want their cake and to eat it too. So us women, we don't want to put up with that anymore, do we? We want other things now. We want career. We just don't want to stay at home with the babies. So marriage comes kind of last on the list, doesn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, I think it has lost some aspects of it, the actual commitments of it and what it actually really means. But you know, I think everyone's to their own now. I think a lot of people nowadays are not tend to get married, but in long-term relationships where they tend to be with their partner or having kids, you know, for X amount of years without getting married, and it works successfully. And then those who do get married tend to be ending up in divorce anyway. So a lot of people tend not to get into it.
Do I think we're using... In Europe, you mean, rather than Africa? I think it's the same thing, really. I think a lot of people, it depends. Basically, it depends who you're talking to. I suppose a lot of African people with African values will you know, obviously they've got that thing where their grandmothers, grandfathers, their parents actually believe in marriage. But to be honest with you, this generation, my generation I'm talking about, don't really believe in marriage, because there's a lot of people who are living together but are not really married. Whereas when you go back home, where I'm talking about Africans, we don't, I mean, we can't do that because it's sort of taboo, isn't it, to live with somebody. So saying that, I suppose it's just a culture in Africa that, you know, expects us to be married, especially at a certain age. And a lot of people end up getting married just because society expects you to be married. But really and truly, a lot of people just don't want to be married.
You don't want to be married, do you?
Yeah, if I met the right person, I'll be married for security reasons, because obviously, and it's the right reason, you know, it's the right thing to do for security, because in the sense that, you know, anything could happen to me and stuff. But then again, with marriage, I suppose the only reason I get married, like I said, is because society, being African, expects me to be married. So saying that, I would get married for security in the sense that the man won't just run away from me. He'll have to think about it. And if I was totally in love with him, he'll have to think about it. But then, really, I'm just happy living with somebody. Yes, I'm just happy living with someone. So I don't believe in it, but I think I will get married because I'm African.
Well, I don't know if my opinion counts, but I think because most men, opposite sex to mine, they're maybe caught up in prison, are caught up in a different sexuality. So that's why marriage between basically the original man and woman is not too frequent. Do you think so?
I don't think black people are losing value for marriage. I don't think so personally. It depends on your background and also culture, because I was brought up to have a family sort of life. So I don't think black people are losing the value of marriage personally, because most of my friends are married and they're enjoying it. My daughter is married and she's really having a good time with her husband.
It depends, you know, how you're brought up. If you're brought up in a home where your father and your mother have a loving relationship and they're married, then you will, you know, want the same. So you will value that. But if you haven't got that within your home, then obviously it's going to be easy to just go and have sex and, you know, move on as soon as there's a difficulty. Yeah, so.
No, it's marriage is a commitment. It's a commitment in front of the Lord. It's a commitment for your heart. I believe in marriage. I think it shows that you're committed to that one person through sickness and in health, through all the troubles that life may throw at you. You're together. You're a union together as one. Yeah.
Unfortunately, most black people tend to follow the culture they're in. And we no longer take our children to church. We no longer show our children or tell our children about what God has designed and want for us, which is a pity. Yes, I feel that black people do copy the hosts of the country.
En tant que femme, je m'estime aussi capable qu'un homme de m'assumer et de prendre mes propres décisions et de choisir faire mes propres choix et de savoir comment je voudrais gérer ma vie. Et je voudrais, si je suis dans une relation ou si je me marie, j'attends que mon mari ait autant de respect pour mes opinions, mes idées que j'aurai pour les siens. Donc voilà.
You see, in Africa it's like a husband must work for the wife or for the family, you see. That's the way how it is in Africa. Whereas here in Europe, there's no difference, you see. The woman and the husband, they are equal. So that's why I think the value of marriage will not stand because of that, you see.
So do you think they're turning away because they've got the possibility to in this country, or do you think they're just turning away because they've been educated to turn away and make it for themselves in this?
Well, the feminist movement has a big impact in our life, in the sense that women don't want to stay at home to look after their children. They've been coached to go out and work. And I really believe sincerely that God has designed us as women to look after our children rather than community or society it's my duty to raise my child, to fear God, to respect God, and no one else's opinion, or no one else should do that job but me.
Okay, why do you think she changed? Why?
Because she find another world.
It's just a gamble, isn't it?
Right, yeah, it is.
You know, things change, people change.
Okay.
But yeah.
Is it only people, or is it maybe some place change the marriage?
Circumstances, I think circumstances. Lots of factors. It could be financial, emotional, it can be the children as well. You know, it's circumstances, economic circumstances can put a strain on a relationship. And also there are other influences like other women, other men.
Do you think maybe it's because they're educated and they're career women and they can earn their own money and they can make it on their own? Do you think that's why?
Oh yeah, that's probably one of the biggest reasons. There's women that just, I think you got to look at from this, I would say from the 60s, going into the 70s, women, I think women control men more than men control women. That's how it is today.
Okay, do you think that if your husband cheated on you, you would leave him?
I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't? Why not?
I'm an old school homegrown person. Till death do us part. I will stick by my man. No, I don't believe in divorce. So I'm going to take my time and pray and hope the right person comes. And even if, God forbid, even if he does cheat or something, I'll just continue from there. I don't believe in divorce.
Okay.
Well, I don't think she needs to stay if there's any cheating in the relationship. I mean, what you have to look at is why the cheating took place in the first place, you see? And I feel that, you know, where arguments are set in, whether it's due to finance, etc., there's a lack of understanding to what true marriage values really stand for, you see? And it's a shame that money is an excuse to end any relationship, whether it's a marriage or just, you know, two people living together, you see?
Just have faith and keep strong.
Keep strong.
Keep strong and have faith.
Okay. What about?
It's hard, but you just still have to have a straight thinking.
We are talking about marriage. Are you married?
Yeah.
That's lovely then. Have you got any advice to tell people who watch you now about marriage? What do you think about it?
Have I got any advice? Oh, have I got any advice? I can't think off the. Just, you know, take everything with a pinch of salt. Take the rough with the smooth. And as my auntie used to say to me, life's not a bowl of cherries, and it's true. Okay.
Et qu'est-ce que tu penses, quel conseil tu donnes aux femmes qui veulent entrer dans le mariage maintenant?
Que ce soit de leur propre volonté, qu'elles soient sûres que l'homme avec lequel elles entrent dans un mariage est un homme avec lequel elles peuvent communiquer. La communication est très très important et je pense que justement on ne peut pas s'entendre entre nous si on ne peut pas communiquer. Donc pour communiquer, il faut que tout le monde écoute autant que tout le monde parle. Donc je pense que la communication surtout.
Mais pour moi, je voulais dire que la femme doit se soumettre à son mari et penser surtout à ses enfants.
So what do you think that we can do to make black women aware of our values, of our African values?
For starters, they need to go to church and practice what you preach, because a lot of people go to church and don't practice it. So I think if they start practicing what they preach, and they can keep their husbands and keep themselves from other men.
Okay. How do you think we can promote togetherness and marriage within our community?
Doing exactly what you're doing. We need to run a huge campaign, and definitely, you know, whoever scripts the speeches, it needs to be the truth rather than the elements of fashion. You know what I'm saying?
So have you got any advice to tell people who's watching right now on the Passion TV just about marriage? You know, some people doesn't, you know, like believe on marriage. What do you think about it?
No, I think that if you are married, then you should keep that marriage strong. Because marriage isn't easy nowadays. Nothing's easy nowadays. But to have a relationship is hard, and to be married is even harder. So I haven't really got any advice. Just stay blessed. That's all. Go to church. That's the main thing. Go to church. A family that prays together stays together.
And my advice is to women to keep strong. Keep strong and looking in the straight direction.
Sylvia, merci de nous avoir accordé ces quelques minutes. Je viens d'entendre ce que tu as dit à ma consoeur Mireille. Et quel conseil tu donnes aux femmes qui sont en train de, disons, qui sont en train de bafouer le mariage en ce moment, qui sont en train de dénigrer le mariage ici en Europe, aux femmes africaines spécialement?
Le message que j'ai pour les femmes, c'est que vous cherchez quoi au dehors? Et comment est-ce que vous savez si ce que vous trouvez au dehors, c'est mieux que ce que vous avez chez vous. Donc, restez et essayez de... Restez et essayez... Oh God! To make the marriage work. Attendez une minute. Ah! On peut recommencer? Oh là là!
C'est pas grave.
Oh là là! Donc, au lieu...
Bien dans votre mariage.
Ouais, utilisez ce que vous avez, quoi. Parce que vous ne savez pas si l'autre homme au dehors sera mieux que celui que vous avez. C'est ça.
I was born in the Caribbean, St. Lucia, and the men tend to have the last say, but which I believe is the right thing if he sees her as his equal rather than he's on top and she's underneath. I think the word submit, right, yourself to your husband doesn't mean that the woman should be under. Submit is the sense that treat him as your equal, and sometimes we're trained or we're taught that submission is something that's passive and something is unequal to your partner.
Donc, le sujet continue toujours, Mireille. C'est vraiment formidable que les gens puissent aujourd'hui parler un peu du mariage. Qu'est-ce que tu récoltes de toutes ces informations que tu es en train de travailler déjà? Ça fait un bon bout de temps ici à Candem, nous sommes.
Ce que j'ai pu conclure, c'est que la majorité des hommes pensent que les femmes, quand elles arrivent en Europe, elles changent totalement de caractère. Comme le Guinéen qu'on avait interviewé qui disait que sa femme était très tolérante quand ils étaient en Afrique et que depuis qu'ils sont arrivés ici, elle tolère rien, elle n'écoute pas et tout ce qu'il dit, elle fait ce qu'elle veut, quoi. Donc, voilà.
Rachel, comment tu trouves?
Les
gens répondent facilement à ces consoles de mariage ici.
Oui, il y en a qui répondent facilement, mais concernant Madeleine, elle parle de l'égalité dans le mariage, mais je ne pense pas que le mariage est une question d'égalité. Mais bon, je crois que le mariage en soi est une bonne chose.
Le mariage en soi, c'est une très bonne chose, Rachel a dit. Tu voulais dire quoi, Mireille?
Non, en question d'égalité, je disais que Madeleine elle a raison d'une part ou d'une autre, mais sa vision est un peu trop européenne. Et malgré que moi j'ai grandi ici, je pense que d'une part ou d'une autre, quand tu es marié, tu dois être un tout petit peu soumise à ton mari. Mais lui aussi, il doit te respecter. Donc genre, tu n'es pas son esclave. C'est pas que quand il dit fais si tu le fais, vous allez vous entendre bien sûr, mais il n'y a pas tellement d'égalité puisque quand vous vous disputez sur quelque chose, à la fin de la chose, je trouve que c'est souvent l'homme qui gagne.
C'est comme M. José Chitoko l'a dit, donc nous sommes obligés de clôturer ce programme dans Passion TV, ce programme bien sûr Opinion. Vous avez eu beaucoup de gens qui ont dû donner leurs opinions concernant le mariage. Lewisham était aujourd'hui vraiment, je veux dire, un berceau de questionnement pour nous. Vous avez vu aussi nos amis de Camden Town, donc Mireille, j'ai fait allusion à Mireille, à Rachel Mboyo et aux autres aussi qui ont travaillé concernant bien sûr toujours en ce qui concerne le mariage. Je suis en train de terminer ce programme en vous disant bye bye, vous donnez le rendez-vous dans nos prochaines éditions.